This is Matthew 7, verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
Yeah. A lot of these other groups, like they exalt the name of like they're really good at exalting the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You ever notice that like Hamashiach Bahashem?
Oh
yeah. So yeah, they know the Lord. Like the scriptures tell you to do that. All right, but what did Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai himself say about that?
Right. I'm gonna start over. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name?
All right, they go out on the highways and byways.
And in thy name have cast out devils?
All right, the demons come up to the camp. All right, and like I saw when we went up to confront IUIC. All right, there was that that one like weird like sodomite that always like shows up. Or starts like bugging out. Like he was bugging out like super hard, like he was like like going into convulsions and shit. It's like acting a damn fool. All right, so whenever the word comes out, those demons still get like riled up. All right, these groups like they still get into they still get into fights, right? They still like rebuke like the black woman. They still like have to go through that like people like and it still like vexes your spirit to like see it. All right, but like the thing is like the Lord said He's not dealing with it.
Pray Yahweh Hashem so I kill them motherfuckers. Who the fuck will have a wedding downtown and this crazy ass shit? Buses going around. Shit is madness, man.
What's that sign? The missile sign. Yeah, show them that. Yeah, show them that.
Who gonna have a wedding in this crazy shit, man? Hey, my bad, bro. It just vexed my spirit, man.
Yeah.
Okay, and in thy name done many wonderful works. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew ye, depart from me, ye that work iniquities.
Or of course, like Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, of course, like He knows who everyone on like the planet Earth, like the round planet Earth, like He knows who everybody is. All right, but He was saying that He doesn't know you because like He wasn't He's just saying like I wasn't dealing with you. Right. Like you weren't you weren't of my elect, you weren't of my flock. All right, because like you were still wicked.
Yeah. He also said he who says he knows me and keeps my commandments. What they say?
Amos 5 and 18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. So, like the brother was saying, you got a lot of people that's gonna be desiring.
Keep going. There's a lot of good meaning there.
All right. Verse 19. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him.
Yeah, like it reminds me of it's like a lot of those horror movies, like it's mainly like Edomites that are into that. Like there's this one movie like the House of a Thousand Corpses. All right, and like I bring it up because like the theme of like those, that's like the main actually I repeat that. Right, because that's usually like the main theme of like all these like horror movies.
This is verse Amos 5 and 19. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it?
All right, so yeah, he said like, and it's all right, the day of the Lord is going to be a wrap for you. All right, but I'm bringing this out because a lot of like that's like that precept is like a lot of a theme to like a lot of horror movies. All right, because the one I'm going to bring out is all right, this one like if you've ever seen like the House of 1,000 Corpses. All right, that's a horror movie that this guy named like Rob Zombie, like he's the one who put that together. All right, but like in that movie, like of course like it's a bunch of like a bunch of you know, like arrogant like college age like Edomites, like just going into like this remote area, you know, like just and then they're like receiving their judgment. They get like tortured and plucked off like one by one. Right, that's another thing that happens. But there's always this one person, like who miraculously, like they're the only one who's like left alive. Or it's usually like the last two are like it's like this bitch and like her man or whatever. Or then like the dude, like he gets put to death, but she's somehow like the only one like who makes it at the end. All right, but then like it's either her like she receives her judgment, or like that movie Hostel, like she receives her judgment, or like at the end of the movie like it's just like a cutscene of like they let you know or imply that something's about to happen to her, but then it's the end of the movie. You know what I'm talking about? All right, because like in the end of the movie, like she escapes. All right, and then she ends up like hitching a ride. All right, and then like she says like to the driver, like because she's a little like banged up from everything. All right, she was like get me to a doctor. All right, and then the driver's like, yeah, I'll get you to a doctor. All right, and then like in the back of the seat, like the dude she was like running away from like slowly like creeps up. All right, and then it's a wrap for the bit. All right, like you guys seen that movie? All right, but yeah, that's gonna be the day of the Lord. Like no matter, because like the missiles are gonna be like that.
You're gonna be able to escape it.
Yeah, if you make it, like in order to get that judgment, you'd have to like make it past like the martial law, or the race riots, like the famine, all right, like all these diseases. Like you'd have to like make it past all that in order to get that judgment.
Matthew 10:34 says, think not that I have come to bring, think not that I have come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Yeah, and I don't know that when most Bibles it will be in like red letters. Right, red letters means it was right, that was out of Yahushai's own mouth. All right, and Yahushai like verbatim that will be Jesus Christ. All right, and they always when people think of like the name and like the image of when people like even when people say like Jesus Christ, like the image of Cesare Borgia comes up. All right, and all right, then like the type of person like he was like Gandhi, he was like Martin Luther King, he was a pacifist, like he loved everybody, like he looked like he was like a hippie or whatever. All right, but like we read earlier, John 7:38. All right, it's the Jesus that's within like the Jesus in the volume of the book is Yahweh Shem Yahushai, a so-called black man, all right, and a man of war. All right, just like his father.
You done with that?
Yeah.
This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 5, verse 9. And salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret place, and shall sloth of many, and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and continuously be multiplied upon earth. One land also shall ask another, and say, is righteousness that maketh a man righteousness through thee? And it shall say no. Right? Because the times we're coming in, wisdom is going to hide itself in this place. That's going to start with the famine of the word. What is the wisdom, man?
Yeah, right. And it's also like it's like even like right now, if you look like we're all like this is like a spiritual hedge like right now, right? And like everything outside of like what's happening like right here, right, is like the opposite of righteousness. All right, this is that you're in right now. You guys are in like some sort of like spiritual stronghold, or like this is like we're in some sort of like safe house. Of course, like we can like that barrier. It's like there's like some sort of like barrier, and this is where this is where the understanding is. Like there's a wedding feast like going on right now.
I got you, man.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians.
And scoffers are people like like you of course, like if you like throw a party, or you only invited a small amount of people, all right, but then people start like showing up. Like I forget where Yahushua was talking about, like the guy who didn't have a wedding garment. Right. People start like showing up that weren't invited, like causing all types of trouble. All right, but then they get cashed out. Yeah. All right. Like it's like we spiritually like when we might put like it's like putting curses on someone. It's kind of like spiritually calling the cops on someone who's like trespassing on your property.
All right.
It's First Corinthians chapter 2 verse 6. Howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world that come to naught. But we speak of wisdom of God in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom of which God ordained before the world unto our glory. That's straight up, you know? Because the natural man can't understand it. It goes into it. We spiritual men, these natural men, you know, these other nations and shit, two-thirds of our people, they not spiritual, man. They natural as fuck, you know?
This is Zephaniah 1:14. It says, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wastiness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thickness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. The whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
Yeah, so, oh, shit. Yeah.
You know what that song about?
On that, yeah, that missile sign.
One more.
Speedy riddance, man.
He said he's gonna beat the street in 1 hour. That's not a long time, you know. You can't outrun a loop. You can't move from one side of the world to another in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, ain't no silver or gold gonna save you either, man. So everybody who, you know what I'm saying, saving up money, all right, buying gold and shit like that, it ain't gonna profit you nothing, man. All right, that ain't gonna save you, man. I already tell you in the scripture that safety is of the Lord, man. So y'all better go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, the niggas, like all the niggas, just to expound on that, like all the niggas that's rich now, and then, you know, because when you have money in this society, it make you feel invincible, you know.
Yeah, they never even like stay rich. You know, like look at like MC Hammer, right? And yeah, they sell out, but they don't even like when you break it down, you don't you're not making that much money. You're not managing it like properly anyway. All right, so
What y'all just said.
yeah, riches aren't even coming.
Psalms 73. Psalms 73 verse I'm gonna start at 1. Truly God is good unto Israel. That's Israel again.
So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians.
To see as are of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
Yeah, and you notice like, so I'm sure you guys like see it like, you know, because I like, you know, if you like work, you have to work on the weekend, or you see everyone else like living it up, you see all these like sharp dressed, like it's like clean cut, like 2/3, like they have it's like all like the best like women around them, like they don't have a care in the world, or they